Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Raw, live tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I'll tell you, JR, if I were a gambling man, I'd bet everything I own that this was going to be one of the best Raws ever.
I wouldn't bet against it, King. I know what's on the schedule, and let me just say that these fans have hit the jackpot tonight. Excellent counter. What ring presence. Oh! And it's been reversed.
I know that Lashley's a big, strong guy, but there's a lot of big, strong guys out there. What makes him so special?
How about the fact that he's a 3-time National Wrestling Champion, or the fact that he's a 4-time Wrestling All-American, or...
Okay, so he's got some amateur wrestling credentials. Big deal. This isn't the minor leagues, JR. This is the WWE. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
Oh! You've got to be in 7th heaven, Kingfish. It's not often we get to see Melina in action like this.
You know it, JR. I could never get enough of Melina, but I'd sure like to try. I think he's looking to finish off his opponent right here.
He sure is. And that Dominator's exactly the way to do it.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. He reversed it.
Very few superstars have so completely dominated their opponents the way this young stud Lashley has done in his career thus far.
Yeah, but the problem with being the biggest guy around is that there's always somebody bigger waiting to take you down a peg. What a counter!
It's an unusual treat to see the bodacious Melina in active competition. She's typically known as the brains behind superstars like Johnny Nitro.
That's a little disrespectful to Nitro, isn't it, JR? Are you saying that he'd be lost without her?
I'll borrow one of your lines, King. All I'm saying is that if brains were dynamite, I don't think Nitro would have enough to blow his nose.
Well, brains or not, he's smart enough to keep Melina by his side, so he can't be all that dumb. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these?
There's not an ounce of quit in any WWE superstar, but the human body has its limits, and they may have been reached here in this match.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I don't think this superstar's going to be having any kids in the immediate future, JR.
I wouldn't think so, King. Not without a medical miracle. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
I I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat.
Here we go, JR. His fans are on their feet.
He sure does, King. Dominator. What a devastating move.
Lashley's got all the size and strength anyone could ask for, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him the win here tonight.
That's your opinion, King. But if Lashley's career thus far has been any indication, I'd say he's got an excellent chance of victory in this match.
I know a woman like Melina's nothing but trouble, JR, but I think she might just be the trouble I've been looking for.
You and half the fans in this arena, King. Melina certainly has no shortage of admirers, that's for sure.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. This Lashley is so young and so impressive. I can only imagine the career he's got ahead of him.
Well, you know what they say, JR? The candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
Maybe so, King. But any superstar who earns himself a spot at WrestleMania in his rookie year is one to watch, as far as I'm concerned. Melina's such an amazing young talent, and what a rack. What a great addition she would be to the Women's Championship picture.
I can't imagine there are many things you could add Melina to that wouldn't make them better, JR. I can think of one or two right off the top of my head.
Yeah, and if I know you, King, you better keep them to yourself. This is a family program, you know.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that. You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these...
Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. This Lashley is an absolute monster. We've seen him decimate just about every opponent he's ever stepped into the ring against.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time before Lashley's luck runs out.
Luck has nothing to do with it, King. This young man is strong, he's fast, and he's
Here's your winner, Bobby Lashley.